There's something she does in front of you. It's subtle, often goes unnoticed. But when a woman is truly deeply attracted to a man, she can't help herself. It's almost involuntary, like her instincts take over. She does this because deep inside, something about you pulls her. Not just your looks, not just your words, but something deeper, something primal. And if you don't know what to look for, you'll miss it. You'll miss the clearest signal that she's into you, and possibly lose a chance to take things to the next level. This isn't about surface-level flirting. This isn't about generic signs like laughing at your jokes or twirling her hair. Nah, this is deeper. This is a psychological response rooted in attraction, femininity, and desire. And once you learn to spot this, you'll start seeing the truth behind women's behavior. Let's break it down. First, understand this. Attraction lives in the subconscious. Women are masters at hiding their feelings, especially when it comes to love, lust, and admiration. Society has trained them to be subtle, to not be too obvious, to test, to tease, to suggest, rather than declare. So if you expect a woman to walk up to you and say, "Hey, I'm really into you," you're living in a fantasy. But that doesn't mean she's not showing it. It just means you have to pay attention to what really matters. Her body language, her behavior patterns, and the little moments that betray her inner world. And there's one particular behavior that almost always shows up when she's deeply attracted. Ready? She positions herself in your orbit. Let me explain what that means. When a woman is drawn to you, she wants to be seen by you. She wants to be in your field of vision. She'll find reasons to be near, to cross paths, to linger. Even if she's not talking to you directly, she's placing herself close enough to be noticed. In a group setting, she drifts toward your side. At work, she just happens to be near the coffee machine when you are. In public, she adjusts her position so that your eyes might lock. This is not random. This is psychological magnetism. See, women rarely make the first move outright, but they do everything they can to invite the first move. And when a woman is deeply attracted, she's not just looking at you. She's oriented toward you. Her body will angle itself in your direction. Her feet point toward you. Her shoulders face you. Even when she's pretending to be busy, it's unconscious. She doesn't plan it. Her desire pulls her into your space. But here's the catch. It's not always obvious. That's why most guys miss it. So let me give you some powerful signs to look for. And as we go deeper, I'll show you how to use this knowledge to build tension, lead the dynamic, and ultimately make her feel safe and excited around you. Let's go. Sign number 1. She mirrors your movements. When a woman is deeply drawn to a man, she subconsciously starts mimicking his behavior. This is called mirroring, and it's a psychological cue of rapport and emotional connection. If you cross your arms and a few moments later she does the same, pay attention. If you lean forward and she slowly does too, that's a subtle clue. If you change your posture and she reflects it, there's a link forming. Mirroring happens when someone wants to create alignment. It's the body's way of saying, "We're on the same page." But again, it's subconscious. If you ask her about it, she'll deny it. Not because she's lying, but because she doesn't even realize she's doing it. That's the beauty of it. The truth leaks through the cracks. Sign number 2. She plays with her appearance, but only around you. Women know their power lies in presentation. So when she's into you, she starts to groom, fixing her hair, adjusting her outfit, licking her lips, smoothing her dress, or checking her reflection when you're near. But here's the key. She doesn't do this when she's alone. She does it when you show up. She's trying to make sure she looks good for you. It's a primal signal. She's peacocking in a feminine way. Not loud or brash, but elegant, subtle, magnetic. Watch closely. When you enter the room, does her behavior shift? Does she suddenly seem more self-aware? That's not coincidence. That's attraction bubbling beneath the surface. Sign number 3, she breaks the gaze barrier. Eye contact is powerful, but what's more telling is how she uses it. A woman who is deeply attracted will hold your gaze just a little longer than normal. Not too long, just enough to spark something, just enough to send a message. And when you catch her looking, and she doesn't look away instantly, that's big, even bolder. She looks at you when she thinks you're not watching, then quickly looks away when you catch her. This kind of eye game is pure chemistry. It's silent communication, and it's thick with tension. Why does this happen? Even bolder. She looks at you when she thinks you're not watching, then quickly looks away when you catch her. This kind of eye game is pure chemistry. It's silent communication, and it's thick with tension. Why does this happen? Because when a woman is into a man, she's curious. She wants to study his face, understand him, feel him. But she also doesn't want to be obvious. So the eyes dance, quick glances, stolen moments, brief lock-ins. If you're seeing this, you're in her head. Sign number 4, she finds excuses to talk or stay. Even if she doesn't have something important to say, she'll find a reason to speak to you. Maybe she asks a question she already knows the answer to. Maybe she brings up something random just to keep the conversation going. And when the conversation's ending, she lingers. She doesn't walk away immediately. Her feet stay planted. Her body hesitates. She's giving you a window. This is gold. Because when a woman wants to prolong interaction, it means she enjoys your energy. She wants more. She wants to see if you'll lead. Sign number 5. She makes herself emotionally available, but selectively. A woman who is deeply into you doesn't just flirt. She opens up emotionally, but only with you. You'll notice that she shares personal thoughts, little secrets, or vulnerabilities she doesn't normally talk about. She creates intimacy, not with everyone, but with you specifically. This is how emotional bonds form, and it's a clear sign that you've penetrated the surface-level attraction. You're touching something deeper. Sign number 6. She laughs more, especially at your dry jokes. You don't have to be a comedian, but if she finds even your bad jokes funny, that's not about humor, it's about desire. Laughter is a bonding tool. It lowers defenses. A woman who's attracted to you is more easily amused because she's emotionally open. She wants to feel good around you. So if you notice her lighting up more when you talk, smiling often, or giggling even when you're not trying that hard, that's her chemistry reacting. Sign number 7. She initiates physical contact, light touches on the arm, brushing past you, standing close enough that you feel the tension. These aren't accidents. These are tests, invitations, challenges. Physical touch is risky for women because it signals intent. So if she's breaking that barrier, she's already mentally crossed it with you. Sign number 8. She gets nervous around you, but tries to hide it. Attraction doesn't always look like confidence. Sometimes it looks like fidgeting, awkward pauses, a slight blush, a cracked voice. When a woman is deeply into you, her nervous system is activated. She might try to play it cool, but her body will betray her. Watch for the moments when she suddenly gets self-conscious, when her cool vibe cracks. That's the real her slipping through. So what do you do with all this? You don't chase, you don't overplay it, you lead. You use her signals to build tension, not to get validation. You remain grounded, composed, and attentive. You reward her openness, but you don't lose frame. You let her be the mirror while you remain the source. When a woman senses that you are aware of her attraction, but not desperate for it, she feels both safe and challenged. That's where magic lives. Now let's go deeper into the psychological mechanics of why this behavior happens. You see, feminine attraction is not linear, it's cyclical. It operates in waves, and one of the strongest triggers is emotional safety combined with psychological intensity. That means a woman feels most drawn to a man when 1. She trusts him not to judge or harm her emotionally. 2. She feels like he sees through her BS 3. He doesn't need her validation 4. He remains calm, mysterious, and composed 5. He gives her space to express her femininity. 6. He doesn't overreact to her tests. If you bring these traits into your interactions, the signs of attraction multiply. She becomes more obvious, more invested, more pulled toward your center. And here's the real secret. It's not about getting her to act this way. It's about becoming the kind of man she can't help but respond to. Confidence, purpose, stillness, a sense of mission. A man who doesn't need approval, but welcomes connection. Become him, and the signals won't just appear, they'll intensify. So next time you're around her, stop focusing on what she's saying. Start watching what she's doing, where she stands, how she moves, how often she glances at you, how long she lingers. The truth is always there, and when you can see it, you'll know exactly what to do. This is the Stoic Sensei, where we break down the deeper psychology of human behavior so you stop getting played and start playing with clarity. Subscribe if you're tired of dating in the dark and ready to master the game with wisdom. And share this with a man who's always asking, "Bro, how do I know if she likes me?" You might just save him from overthinking. Stay sharp, stay stoic. Sensei out.